welcome back. Thanks for tuning in and watching the Cypress Sports Show, brought to you by Coach's Corner, your go-to spot before and after the game. I am Jeff Russell here with Mark Slevcove. Today we're going to talk to Spirit Squad and cheer competitors Tyler Liang and song performer
Emma Masangcay.
Masangcay. And of course, we're going to check in with Mr. Pfeiffer in his segment, Would You Rather? Before we get to that, let's take a second, though, Slev, and thank Mr. Delgado. Your teach, Mr. D, better known to us as Dean the Lobster Delgado, with all the fishing that he does. He puts together this along with his students each and every week, posts it onto YouTube for us, and does a great job all the time.
Every week, without fail, he's got his students editing the Would You Rather, and whether he wants to do it or not, he never lets us know.
Yeah, he doesn't, and we definitely could not do it without him. So when you see your teach, Mr. D, make sure you thank him for all his hard work. Slev, what do we got for our winter report? 3-day weekend, but we still have stuff going on last Friday and so on. So.
Oh, yeah, we're in the middle of Empire League season now. Boys basketball, the number 8 team in Orange County, cruised to 2 Empire League victories last week versus Valencia and Kennedy on Friday night. Coach Mitchell did get his 200th victory last Tuesday. This week, they took on number 13 Crean Lutheran on Wednesday, so we're recording this before that big game on Wednesday night. And they're home against Pacifica on Friday night. Hope to see the stands packed with a great student body like we had last Friday night, thanks to Coach Williams and the barbecue, getting the football and baseball and softball kids out there last Friday night to support the basketball team. Girls basketball took home 2 victories as well over Valencia on Tuesday and Kennedy on Friday in a closely contested 3-point contest against the Irish. As with boys and the soccer programs, the girls take on Crean Lutheran and Pacifica this week as we finish up the first round of Empire League play. Boys soccer had a rough go on Tuesday last week versus Valencia, losing in a lopsided game, but they rebounded well and did the beating on Friday in a 5-1 victory over Kennedy. Girls soccer got 2 one-sided victories versus Valencia and Kennedy, just like everybody else. Girls are a half game ahead of Crean Lutheran and Pacifica. Their 2 opponents this week for first place as they, like the basketball teams, finish up the first half of the league. Girls water polo opened up Empire League play with a 15-7 win over at Pacifica. The girls host Kennedy on Thursday and are co-hosting a Whittier tournament on Friday and Saturday. Boys wrestling secured a league championship for the 5th year in a row with the win over Valencia last Wednesday night. Congrats to Coach Lumberg. He's got it rolling in the Empire League. And the girls, though, unfortunately came up a little short versus the Tigers. They have a bye this week before finishing up the dual season next week versus Tustin. In song, teams competed last weekend. The girls had 3 teams place for Coach Sierra. We had a 2nd place finish, make that 2 second place finishes, and a 3rd place finish, bringing home the hardware. And for cheer, the big CIF Southern Section competition takes place Saturday night for the cheer team. Chasing a title for the 4th time in 5 years. A little bit after 7 p.m., they'll be performing their routine out in Riverside. All that work year-round comes down to one performance out at King High and Riverside on Saturday night.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on them, but they've been preparing, they've been practicing hard, and you'll hear about it today. They are ready to roll. All right, well, hey, it is time to check in with Mr. Pfeiffer in our Subs and Grubs segment. Would you rather? I think he's getting ready, getting pumped up. Mr. Pfeiffer, what do we got?
Snap it. Drop back, down the field, let's go. Ho, ho. No?
Let's get ready for our cheer.
I haven't seen that yet.
They haven't seen it. Well,
We're going to know when he doesn't matter. Continuity doesn't matter. Listen, would you rather?
What do you got?
You want to rewind right now.
Would you rather
and redo something?
Would you rather time travel for time travel, right? We grew up with Back to the Future, right? I just saw a DeLorean, a barn find DeLorean on a show this weekend. $33,000. The thing was a piece, but it's ugly. It's a DeLorean, but it's nostalgic because of that time travel movie, right? Back to the Future. You made a time machine out of a DeLorean? Anyway,
I like it.
Would you rather go forward, right, and live an event, right? Flash forward, time travel to the future, right? Or would you rather time travel back to relive an event you've already had?
Wow.
What's your choice?
I mean, I saw a movie once where they went back in time. And it was like a military kind of movie where they went back in time to Pearl Harbor.
Yes.
And they had like the
USS Enterprise went back in time.
kind of, but it had the
battleship.
nowadays aircraft carrier that went back. And could they or would they prevent that battle from happening? And they didn't, although they were ready to, but then they got transferred back. So I think going back in time, I don't know, reliving something that happened would be nice if you could match up with somebody that you knew or somebody maybe you didn't know in your family. Yeah. But I think going forward, knowing that you're never going to get that opportunity later, 100 years from now, and seeing, is the world a disaster? Is the world a beautiful place, better than it is now because of what you've done? Yeah. You, Mr. Pfeiffer, better? Or is it, a mess? So I'm going to go future.
Pretty deep, right? I was thinking more like I want the lotto numbers.
No, then we saw that in Back to the Future. That stuff doesn't work. Can't do the lotto numbers.
Oh, that's
I would go back a minute and a half and redo the opening so I didn't have to see the cheer.
No way. We're going to go back to watch that again.
Anyway, we got some great responses. It's a lot of fun, just like every week, right? And here we go. Cypress High School, here we are with Miss Park. Jace Morales, varsity soccer. Here we are with Kinsey, water polo, varsity, killing it, right? Having fun. Ladies and gentlemen, science department, represent physics, right?
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Varsity song, Miss Burke. Miss Whiting, check it out. Would you rather plan for a day in the future, right? You can predict what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, you plan for it. Or would you go back and relive a past event? What?
I would rather time travel to the future.
For the future,
Yeah.
why?
I don't know, I just...
What the future holds.
The future holds, yeah.
Right? Haven't you ever had those moments where you left an event and you're like, oh, I should have said this?
Yeah.
Right? So I'm traveling to the past all the time. I'm gonna win that argument with my wife.
Maybe a day in the future.
Why is that?
I don't know. I can make it the best day ever.
You can plan, right?
Yeah.
Set things in motion.
Yeah.
Right?
Plan ahead.
Haven't you ever had those moments where you walk away and go, oh, I should have said that, or oh, I should have did that?
Definitely. But it's in the past.
Like literally this past hour?
Yeah.
No.
No, any hour.
I have to wake up this past
Yeah,
hour.
exactly.
I'd rather plan for the future.
Plan for the future.
Let's do it. Plan for the future. Yeah.
What about the best laid
There's
plans of
consensus
mice and
here.
men always go awry?
I would rather time travel into the future.
Into the future for what? Why?
So I have more time to prepare.
Prepare, right? Prepare for the unforeseen. Now you've seen it and you get to prepare for it, right?
I'd rather time travel to the future
Why?
so I could set myself up for success.
Set it up for success. You see the event before it comes and you
Yeah.
plan for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Time travel, future event.
Future event. Why? To plan for it, to prepare for it? You don't want those lotto numbers?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Excellent,
point.
excellent point,
Right?
Mr. Pfeiffer. Yes.
So you
yes.
time travel to the past?
No, time travel to the future, so I can get the lotto numbers and then bring them to the present.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. Oh, that would work.
You know what? If you know the lottery ticket numbers and you know exactly what it is,
Then that's in the past. You have to relive the past. The past hour, they announce the numbers and then we go back.
no, I think about the future. You can't go back in the past. Your question is pretty bad.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, thanks, Mr. Pfeiffer. Great stuff as always. Glad to see you back after the 3-day holiday. Today, we are super excited to welcome our Spirit Squad and cheer competitors, Tyler and Emma, to the program. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, I have to admit, Emma, you struggled with your last name. Can you say it for us?
Masangcay.
I told you. That's what I said. I don't know why you didn't do it. You had a chance.
We needed Pfeiffer for that part, I think. So, anyways, thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys. You guys have been a part of the program for a few years, yes?
Yes.
So, how did you get started in cheer/song?
So I've been just dancing my whole entire life ever since I was 3 years old. So there was a little clinic at Lexington for song. I kind of just oh, that's kind of cool. Mom was yeah, you should just check it out, try it out. So I went to the clinic and I was oh wow, I kind of really like this and everything. And then hearing about I get to cheer at the football games and basketball games, I was oh wow, that's a next step to my dancing career. So that's kind of how I got started with song.
Nice. Cheer?
For me, I just really always wanted to flip. So in junior high, I took a tumbling class. And then from there, it was a cheer gym. So my coach at the time suggested that I try out for my high school cheer team. And then I tried out and I just fell in love with it.
So you've been in dance, right? And so that gives you kind of a background for song. Were you in gymnastics then?
It was like a tumbling class. I was just learning how to like flip around.
Okay. And so your dance classes, do you like dance class around the Cypress area or someplace else?
Someplace else. I danced at, or I am still dancing at this place called Impact Dance Center. And it's just everything. It's like hip hop, jazz, ballet, like everything.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's right down the street.
Yeah, right there.
Well, how many years have you guys been on the varsity teams?
All 4 years.
All 4?
This is my second year.
Second year. Favorite experience you've had up to now?
I think my favorite experience is like nationals or going to like every single comp. Just that like that feeling of just like the adrenaline and like having the team around. It's just I think that's like the most like fun.
I think last year at our CIF regional, that feeling of like being a team, being together, hyping each other up, like right before we were about to hit the mat, and then like that feeling of accomplishment after we got off and we waited for awards, and hearing that like our hard work paid off was just like super special.
Nice.
Tyler, I see you doing flips at all the games. You just learned that in junior high?
Yeah.
Wow. So could I learn that now at my age?
Yeah, of course.
Really?
Yeah.
No chance.
You got it.
He's got no
I
shot.
believe.
I don't know. Maybe if there's a pool next to it, maybe I can try. So you guys perform in competitions. So you're competing. You are cheering at games. What do you look forward to at the competitions and the events? And then how do you match energy? How do you gain energy, or where does the energy come from in a competition and then at a game that we're cheering at?
I think like the energy at competitions comes from just like everyone, like I said, like the adrenaline and just like the pressure of like being judged and just like the judges watching you and then like all the other schools watching you. So I think we get that like hype, just like we need that win. Like we just need that adrenaline like pushing us to be better. And then like at games, like the student section, they're just hyping like even like the boys up and everything. I think that also just like encourages us to like be hyped for them too, and so yeah.
I definitely think it's my team. Like it just really pushes me like to do good, not just for myself, but like for the benefit of the entire team, because it's like a team sport. It's not just like I'm going out there for myself. I'm going out there with everybody collectively, and it just like really pushes me to do my best at competitions. And then at games, I think it's just like the crowd, the support of like everybody, and even the parents. Like I feel like seeing my parents at the game, like cheering me on, really like pushes me to do my best.
Nice. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Cheering at games is such an important part of kind of what you guys do, the atmosphere at the games, right? You guys bring a general, positive attitude to the games, even when things maybe aren't going so hot for a team, right? What makes cheering at those live events so much fun, when you're getting it going? You said the team and that part, but what else makes it like that much more fun at those events?
I think like just like having, like you said, like the atmosphere, just like the positive attitude, and just like seeing them score and everything. It's just like, yes, like keep going, like you guys can do it. Like I think that is just like it's just so fun.
I definitely feel like either like win or lose, I think I like seeing that drive to do better at the next game if we lose, or like that like good like energy of like the entire football team and the crowd when we win, and just like pushing to do like their very best at the next game.
Nice. I know basketball games, you hype them up with 27 flips in a row, and then you guys do like kicks and stuff, right, for points at football games. So I mean, those are definitely things that you guys do to kind of stand out in the middle of those games. So,
what's the prep like when you guys are getting ready for games, assemblies, competitions? What's the preparation the day of and kind of the week leading up to it?
I think the week is like we just go over going through like those like deep details and like formations, making sure everything is like sharp, practicing all our tricks and like making sure we're nailing that like every time. So we're like running that a couple times like every single day and everything. especially like before competitions, getting like the judges' feedback. We take that feedback and then we try to like make our performance better for our next competition. So then like we fix all those like mistakes that we made. We go over like the score sheets and like fix like why did we get this low of scores, and then like try to improve that for the next competition so we can just like get a higher score.
How about on game day, just before a performance at a game, at assembly? What do we do to get ready to put on a show?
We just try, or we not try. We have a positive attitude. I just like get the team together. We're like, hey, like we gotta hype these people up. Like we gotta make sure we're positive. We gotta hype the crowd up. We gotta hype the parents up, just to get the atmosphere going. And then
So as far as sideline goes, we start in the summer. We learn all of our cheers, all of the dances, and then we practice some stunts, try and push our tumbling for our comp season. And then once football season hits, that's when we transition into our comp season. And we start learning our routine. We start putting together some stunts. We figure out our tumbling section. And then we like just start like attacking it until like we're prepared for a comp. And then for like assemblies, our prep would probably be just like going over it like right before we go on, making sure everybody's on the same page, same counts, just like having that warm environment, making sure everybody's doing it as a team, having that positive attitude and mindset. For comps, it's a very different mindset because you don't have as much, like we warm up before we hit the warm-up mats, but then like once you hit the warm-up mats, it's a quick, do what you need to do, get out, and we're gonna perform. And then for games, it's like a quick stretch, warm up your stunts, and turn it on.
Did you have any kind of a dance background at all?
I did not.
Did you have any kind of a like tumbling type? Nothing at all, huh? Interesting. All right, well, the year is long for you guys, right? I mean, you start before school really starts, and then go all the way through your competition seasons and all that. What do you guys look forward to the most during that long stretch of the year? Like, what's your, thing that you're looking forward to? Going, I can't wait till this moment happens.
I think one thing I always look forward to is just like meeting the new team and seeing like all the new incoming freshmen and like seeing like what they have for our team and stuff, and just like forming those new like friendships and everything, and just like we're not only like friends but we're a whole family and everything. So I think that's what I look forward to like the most in the year, is just like being able to meet all these new people, at tryouts especially, and then having the whole summer together, and then like doing all those like summer bondings, team bondings, and then going to football season, and just like I think, and then competition. So I think that just builds a really strong relationship with the whole team.
You guys do camp together?
Yes.
Yeah. I think I really look forward to the end of the season, not because I want it to end, but because like looking back and seeing like from where I started to like where I've come is just like really significant. Just like all the obstacles and challenges that like me and my team has had to overcome, and just like even looking back to like freshman year, just like the difference between now and then is just like night and day.
So we finished football sideline. We're in the middle of basketball season. You guys are in the middle of competition season. What goals did we set for ourselves this year and our teams, and ultimately what's going to finish this year successfully?
I think one main or big goal that we have as a team is just winning nationals. First place, we just really want to, because we're in like a small category now, and we've never competed as a small. So I think that difference from coming from like a large team to a small team is really like a goal of mine, to like just win. And but it's a big difference, and it's a big change for us. So I'm just excited to see like what our team has to be coming.
I think our goals for cheer as a team would probably be just to hit, just to like figure it out at practice, get everything, all the kinks worked out, and then just hit them out with like absolute confidence and like 100% positivity, So we can
Good. You guys, when you go to the competitions, it's not like a sporting event, where you can have a bad first quarter and then you can make up for it in the second, third, fourth quarters kind of a thing. It's one time, 3 minutes, 3 minutes?
Two and a half.
2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, all or nothing.
Yeah.
Pressure, right? How do you deal with that?
I think the pressure and the adrenaline rush just it pushes me to just to work harder. And once I hit the floor and the music's on, that feeling just all goes away, and it's just okay, it's now or nothing. You have one time, you have to hit everything. That's just what my mindset is during the whole routine and everything. It's just go, keep going, you got it. So yeah.
My mindset is just kind of practice how you play. Whenever I'm at practice, I always pretend like it's a competition. I always just make sure I'm pushing myself to my max, just so when I do hit the mat, I'm this is the same thing.
It's ready to roll, right? All right. Well, we've come to the point in the program. You're familiar with it. You haven't done this. These are fast action questions. We're going to rattle them off as quick as possible. Give me whatever comes to your mind first. Don't overthink them. You guys ready?
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll start off one that I didn't have written down, but I just thought of. How many pirouettes can you do in a row?
4.
4. Left or right?
Right.
Only?
I can do 3 on my left.
Okay. I want to ask that. How many back handsprings can you do in a row? 20. Do you finish it with a backflip at 20, or
No, I stopped.
how many can you do before you can still do the backflip?
I think right now my max is at 10,
10.
but I don't think I've ever tried to go past that.
Sounds like we need to see what we can do. All right.
Get the camera, Pfeiffer. Let's go outside.
All right, here we go. In all your time, what's the worst? We talk about a lot of great things. What's the worst day in a cheer song leader's life?
Thursdays.
just
Every
why
Thursday.
I think it's just the end of the week, and it's oh my gosh, come on, we're just we're almost done, and then
Not usually as many games and stuff
Yeah.
going on, so you can kind of relax, but not really. Okay.
I think I have to agree with that.
Thursdays.
All of our practices built up to Thursday. My body's tired.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the weekend to recover.
All right.
I wasn't expecting a day of the week.
I wasn't either. But it's okay. It's fast
perfect. That's
action.
perfect.
Whatever comes to your mind. Cheering at football or cheering at basketball?
basketball.
Football.
Okay. 2 words that summarize your teams.
Fun and hardworking.
Positive and resilient.
Nice. What is your favorite cheer that you do?
I think it's the name of the cheer, or
Yeah,
actual
name of the
cheer?
cheer and just kind of.
I think
You don't
And
have to
whatever you
do
do right
it.
now, Mr. Pfeiffer's going to come
Yeah.
up and he's going to mimic it.
You're gonna have
And
him
it's going to
do
be
it. Yeah.
awesome.
I think it's any general cheers, general cheers are just any cheer that just hypes up the crowd and hypes up us.
All right.
I think my favorite cheer is probably Snap It, Drop Back. So I like that one. It's just fun.
We'll have Pfeiffer do that one. He knows it, I'm sure. Favorite musical artist?
Taylor Swift.
Nicki Minaj.
Okay. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Flying.
Invisibility.
Invisibility and flying. If you're stuck on a deserted island, 2 items only that are must-haves.
Water and a blanket.
Water and food.
Water and food. Okay. Nothing maybe something else. Favorite meal after a big game or competition?
A nice cooked steak.
Oh.
I like it. That's my style right there. Pfeiffer, you're in on the steak too, I know.
I don't know. I always go to Claim Jumper after.
Claim jumper.
You can get it, whatever you want there, Claim Jumper.
Where's the nearest one around here? Because I know the one by me closed, and now you got to go South Coast Plaza or something.
It just depends where the competition is.
So
So
okay.
I either go to the one in Buena Park or the one at the South Coast Plaza.
Yeah, then you must be quite hungry because Claim Jumper has the most enormous amount of portions ever. So, all right. Well, hey, thanks again to the Spirit Squad and cheer competitors, Tyler and Emma, for being here today. Thanks to our sponsors, Subs and Grubs and Coach's Corner. Make sure you get out and support those businesses. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you all next week.